What's up everyone, this is Q from Retro Q Gaming, and this is a slightly scary video, but not completely unheard of. I mean, we've all heard the stories in the past where Microsoft have, or not just Microsoft, say Microsoft and Sony have basically bricked consoles on purpose or completely banned them from Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. So, it's not unheard of, but this is just coming out again. So Microsoft and a company called VMC Games, which have basically been testing out they're the company responsible for testing out the whole Gears of War remake multiplayer beta code test, or whatever you want to call it at the moment. They're the companies behind this, and the people from VMC Games, or that have been selected by VMC Games test group, are the ones that have been leaking out all the videos and screenshots. So, Microsoft and VMC Games aren't too happy about this, so they've come down pretty hard on it. And what they're doing is they're basically completely banning your Xbox One and making it totally unusable temporarily for an indescript amount of time. So it's not the first time we've seen this kind of stuff. Cheaters and modders and people who hack their consoles and all this is usually business as usual for them, but this is something different. Now, there's a nice email sent out to everyone from this is sent from all the testers from VMC Games themselves. It's a bit of a long email, but I'm going to read the whole thing anyway, because I think it's pretty important for the general gist of this video. Okay, so here we go. Hi everyone, in light of the recent events, we'd like to bring a situation to the community's attention in attempts to strengthen, well, this is just bad English because it says in attempts to strengthen. So in attempts to strengthen everyone's awareness and vigilance regarding the non-disclosure agreement which binds every single one of you to VMC. Excuse me. Recently, multiple leaks were perpetuated by several GBTN community members. This is just me talking here now, but GBTN is Global Beta Test Network. So back to the letter anyway. In one case, a member who was participating in that test shared a screenshot on Snapchat with their friend who wasn't part of the project, but tricked his friend by saying he didn't believe him when he said they were working on the same project. Upon reception of the screenshot, the friend who received the Snapchat leaked it online, betraying his friend as well as his NDA with VMC Games. While the tester who first took the screenshot didn't think he was doing anything bad, he was still going against the non-disclosure agreement and was part of the cause why the information got leaked. Because of this, both members were permanently removed from the community and addressed to our legal department as per the terms of the non-disclosure agreement. Now, new wording is about to reach the community regarding this particular event. The nature of the leak having had occurred through Xbox One actually also went against the Microsoft EULA, which is End User License Agreement, which is agreed upon when creating an Xbox Live account or any other type of Microsoft account. This being said, as per that agreement with the testers in fault, Microsoft also permanently disabled their Xbox Live account as well as other suspected accounts present on their Xbox One kits, and temporarily blocked all of their Xbox One privileges, meaning that for a period of time which Microsoft decides on depending on the severity of the offense, their Xbox One is entirely unusable. The reason behind the non-disclosure agreement is not only to protect our clients and our program, but also our community, and to make each and every single one of you aware of the severity of revealing confidential information which you're entrusted with. One screenshot, message, or even conversation shared with someone else who can easily snowball into a situation that goes out of control and not only penalize the offender as well as anyone else directly involved, but sometimes far beyond that. In certain cases, there were consequences which had affected people which had no malicious intentions but ended up entwined within the legal case. We're fully aware that this also targeted very faithful hard workers who have been with us from the start, and this situation crippled the entire community. We do not want to go that way ever again, and we're constantly in search of better solutions to single out perpetrators before too much is at risk. The community itself is growing stronger, and oftentimes leaks are reported by community members to us, and we're extremely thankful for that, as it not only speeds up investigations drastically but also shows us that this community is tightly knit and merely contains a few bad apples, which unfortunately ruined the experience for too many participants already. Just about done. One more little paragraph. We would like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that this is a community. Your actions and behaviors reflect on each other as well as on us, and acting selfishly has the potential to ruin the experience for everyone. Please be mindful of others throughout your actions. Thank you, GBTN coordinators. Again, that's Global Beta Test Network, VMC Games. So that's the entire letter. I realized that the letter was a bit long, but I think it got it across. Now, it is kind of scary that they can do this, but at the same time, we all know they can do it. We all know they could do it. They've been able to do it for about 10 years because of the start of the Xbox 360. I remember at one point I actually read the entire Microsoft account and Xbox Live and Xbox 360 EULAs, because once the first ban waves and all started hitting, when the first mods for 360 started coming up, I started looking at this, and I actually read through them all at one point. And yeah, it does essentially say that what they can do is, if you say try to hack Xbox Live, they have the ability to permanently disable your Xbox Live account. If they suspect that you are playing on a modded or hacked console, or that you're messing with the software on their console, or now I say messing with the software on their console, that would include, say, modding and homebrew and all that kind of shit. They have it in the license agreement that they can actually prevent you from using this. So essentially that's when they break and make your console unusable. And that's pretty much what's going on here. Now, in this situation, with the whole testing of unannounced games and all, I mean, they do have non-disclosure agreements for a reason. And I think this is going to reflect a little badly on Microsoft and VMC Games, but at the same time, it's understandable. Now, they have said that it will be temporary, and that it will most likely be temporary anyway. But Jesus, it's pretty hardcore, or I should say, they've permanently banned these people's Xbox Live accounts, but they've temporarily made their Xbox Ones totally unusable. If so, their Xbox Live account is gone. They're going to need to remake a new Xbox Live account at some point, or new gamer tag, whatever it is. It's all the same, really. But their Xbox One is going to be usable whenever Microsoft says so. Now, I realize it's pretty harsh, and it's pretty scary, the fact that they can actually do this. I mean, you know, companies can basically essentially send a brick kill through the internet to block your console. But again, this is nothing new. Sony have done it, and Microsoft have done it, so it's not new. I mean, there's even a couple of cases of PC game makers being able to block, you know, configurations of hardware that were changed too often, and there's a couple of situations where it's basically tied to the hardware that's in your computer. It's like a digital certificate, fingerprint on that specific setup of hardware. It's pretty complex, and it's pretty scary at the same time. So I think Microsoft, I don't think they've been too heavy-handed. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not nice to hear about this kind of thing, but I mean, these non-disclosure agreements are there for a reason. These people knew what they were doing and what could happen with it. It just still seems a little bit harsh and a little bit, I won't say over the top, but it's just a lot. It's unexpected, because this, while it does happen, it's not usually for reasons like this anyway. So this is exactly why I didn't include any of that Gears footage or Gears screenshots, because well, here we go. I'm not a tester, by the way. I'm not in that test, so the footage you had is from the old PC version that I recorded, so don't look at me for that. I'm not in the global test. But anyway, let me know in the comment section below about your opinions on what if Microsoft were too heavy-handed, if the people got what they deserved, if they didn't get hard enough justice. Personally, I think Microsoft hit a fair middle ground. Maybe it's hard to say with the whole making the Xbox One completely useless, because it's not completely clear if these were people's personal Xboxes, if they were special Xbox kits like dev kits, or if they're special Xboxes sent out with this individual bit of code on it. So that's a little bit unclear for the moment. So let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, because I got a new little series starting up within about 2 weeks or so. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the rest of the videos in my channel. Hopefully, if you're a tester out there, you do not get banned if you did not leak anything.